Hello and welcome to another video. It's good to have you along. My name is Elmo J. Karjalainen. You can call me this guy if that's tricky to pronounce. Today is very exciting because I'm checking out a Marshall, and Marshalls are always fun. This is the Marshall Let's try that again. This is the Marshall DSL 20 head version. I told a lie, Marshalls are not always fun. I didn't find the code funny at all. But this should be fun because it's an all valve head, and we'll check it out right after this intro. Okay, so today I'm checking out the Marshall DSL 20. It's a reissue thing they did, the DSL line, back in the day, and now they've done a reissue of it, and it's a very affordable amp. Extremely affordable, actually. This one cost 369 euros in Europe, if I remember correctly, and that's less than the Marshall Origin, which is also a very budget-friendly option. It feels nice. It's not lightweight, considering the size. It's very small, but it weighs like you'd expect. It has your basic controls, 3-band EQ, and then it has presence and resonance. It has reverb. It has 2 channels, a clean channel and a gain channel, and we'll be checking out both. It has an effects loop on the back and 3 connections for cabinets. And I'm running it into the Marshall cab with greenbacks that I have here. And what else do I have? Well, nothing at the moment. I need to get a guitar, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have a guitar. Fairly important when you're doing this kind of thing. It also comes with a foot switch, which looks like this. It feels well built. It's not plastic, it's aluminium or something like that, and it feels rugged. So that's good. You can turn on and off the effects loop, and you can switch channels on that, so that's all nice. Yeah, I think that's everything I need to cover. I have a mahogany Strat with Seymour Duncan YJM Fury pickups, and the clean tone on this is as follows. Most people don't associate Marshall with clean tones, but this sounds quite nice, actually. I have everything set to halfway, so let's just start going through the different knobs and so on and see what they do. So, first off, let's try the reverb. That's now halfway. That last one was a bit out of tune. Yeah, but it sounds very nice, actually. I think it was a digital reverb, so I'll back off on that a bit and start going through the other controls. First off, we have resonance. I'll drop that all the way. All the way up. Yeah, that adds some kind of low end. If I've understood correctly, that affects the power amp section. I might be wrong, but yeah, well, you can correct me in the comments, as is usual on YouTube. Presence, which is, of course, top end. This is presence all the way up. presence all the way down. Back halfway and then bass. All the way down. Okay, I like bass on my plexis to be at roughly 3 o'clock, so I'll put that there. Middle, all the way up. All the way down. Yeah, sounds terrible. That's just my subjective opinion, in case you're wondering. Some people take this stuff very seriously and want to comment and slag people who do reviews in the comments section. Slag people, slag off people. Well, you get the idea. I've put middle at 3 o'clock as well, and treble all the way up. All the way down. Okay. Personally, I like treble on my plexis to be at just under halfway, so I'll do that, and I'll put presence under halfway as well, so it sounds like this now. Okay, so let's see when I add a pedal what happens. So I'll add the Fender Yngwie Malmsteen overdrive. I have gain on full, level on halfway. A bit of noise, so I'll use the noise gate. It sounds a bit harsh to me, but we'll see about that a bit later on. I'll just see how much gain you get from the clean channel, because it breaks up apparently, but we'll see how much volume it generates as well. I have it this now at in the 20 watt mode. Gain on full. Add the pedal again. Okay, it's still a bit shrill, harsh and all that, so I'll drop the treble and presence. So those are both now at roughly 9 o'clock. Okay, that was a bit much, so I'll just turn back the treble a bit. So that's now halfway. I had to play that last lick twice because the first time was just rubbish. It's sounding quite good. It's a bit bright, maybe to my liking, a bit harsh-ish, but it's quite good actually. I think with tweaking you can get that even better. Now, it has a tone shift button as well, so I'll press that and see what happens. Seems like the tone shift was actually engaged, so now it isn't. Yeah, I like the sound of this. I'll just play a note and see what the tone shift does. Yeah, I much prefer it without the tone shift. Okay, let's go over to the second channel, which is the gain channel, and see what that sounds like. So I have gain now halfway, and volume way too quiet. Very nice. I like the sound of this thing. I'll see what it does with the pedal now. I'll drop the gain on the pedal a bit, but yeah, so now it's sounding like this. Lots of noise. I'll add the gate. Very nice. I really like the sound of this amp. I also added delay because, hey, it has a loop, so why not? I like delay. I'll add gain and see how much gain you get out of this thing. Seems you get a fair amount because right away it starts hissing a lot. It's not on full. Now it is. Yeah, it sounds very nice indeed. You won't be able to hear the volume difference now because I'm going to try the 10 watt versus the 20 watt and see how big the volume difference is. So this is 20. Yeah, there's quite a bit of a volume difference as you would expect. Now, does it get any loud? Well, volume tests on YouTube are basically quite pointless, although they can be fun. I tried it earlier a bit to see how loud it gets, and it was plenty loud. It was actually, yeah, very nice in that respect too. What I will do is, because it has a loop, I'll be using the 20 watt mode. I'll put it back on the clean channel and turn up gain all the way and volume and basically see what kind of sound you get when you have the power amp working on full. So I have a volume pot in the loop and I'll use that to turn down the volume because this is going to be too loud. This is fairly kind of close to the breakup I would get on the Plexi, so I'll try adding the Fender Yngwie Malmsteen overdrive to see what kind of sound it makes now. I'll do the same with the overdrive channel, but with a bit more crunch, so I'll drop the gain but put volume on full. So this is what we have without the Fender Yngwie Malmsteen. Okay, so what's going on here is that the amp's not really handling the pedal all too well. It does on the clean channel, it does handle it very nicely, but there's something going on here. I think it's getting too much of a signal in, and it's not handling that. And I've had this problem with a few amps. Don't remember the Origin having that problem, but certain solid state amps like the Nextone had a bit of an issue with this. And I think this is quite a big issue. If I was to use this live, the way I would use it is that I have the clean channel set to clean and the overdrive channel set to very mild crunch and then add tons of gain with the pedal. But when it does weird stuff to the sound, like it does now, then well, I can't really do that. That's really strange and really annoying. If I were to, yeah, I don't know. I don't have much gain going on either. I could drop the gain on the pedal, add a bit of gain to the channel, and see what happens then. Okay, so that took care of the problem. Let's see how much gain the amp has going now. Yeah, that took care of the problem, and it sounds very good. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, for 369 euros, if you get this kind of sound, it's a bargain. Come on. This amp sounds great for the money. Now, some people were eulogizing the code in the comments when I kind of bashed the Marshall code. And admittedly, with the Marshall code, you do get the speaker built into the combo. The Marshall code head is cheaper than this, and you get bells and whistles and stuff you don't need, or you might. But add a bit of money and you get this, and this sounds like a proper amp. I mean, come on, this sounds great. It's not a plexi, but then again, it's just 369 euros. Very good. I don't know about durability. I don't know what's on the inside. I could take a look, but I might as well take a look at the plans for a spaceship. I'd understand about as much. I know there's valves in there, or tubes if you're American. But what I hear is what I know, and I think it sounds great, especially considering the money. I could keep this to get a slightly different type of sound in the studio, maybe for rhythms or something like that, because it's slightly different in character to this. But it doesn't have what I thought was the annoying thing with the old DSL and TSL line, where there was a really harsh upper register that I couldn't get rid of, and if I did, then I got rid of basically everything in the top end, and then it sounded too dark. This one sounds great. Really, I think it sounds great. So that's kind of my review of the Marshall DSL 20HR. The R comes from the reverb. The reverb is something I wouldn't use anyway, so it's not a big deal for me, but I know lots of people like a reverb in their amp, so that's a good feature to have. And like I said, it has loops and everything, so it's a proper amp. Yeah, that's basically all I have for you today. Very nice amp. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. And also in the comments, let me know if there's some kind of budget valve amp that's still a proper amp that you want me to check out, or that you just want to say, hey, this is a great amp, because I'd be interested to know. This one is this sounds very good. The only thing I'm slightly scared of doing, which I probably will do, I'll A and B it with this at some point. Not volume-wise, but otherwise, because sometimes stuff sounds good until you A and B it with something that you know sounds very good, and then the new gear sometimes loses out a bit. But on this kind of viewing or listening, it sounds great. And hey, support me on Patreon so that you get an honest review, because I buy the gear that I review, and my honest opinion of this amp, I've said it already and I'll say it again, it sounds absolutely great. Yeah, and to those of you who think I only do negative reviews, haha, here's another positive one. This one is very good. So, yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope you liked it. I hope to see you in another one. And hey, why don't you share this video with your friends, or if you hated it, with your enemies. And I'll end by noodling a bit more on this. And yeah, take care. See you in another one. Bye!